안녕하세요. Hello. So my name is Anna Yoon, and this is my second time attending the Dominican Republic missions. So just like last year, this was just another humbling experience. It was really good to see and witness that the Haitian and Dominicans just giving their all to God, just praising God with whatever they had, and that was just so heartwarming and very jane at the same time. But one thing that I took from this whole mission trip is that truly God is with us everywhere. So it was another reminder that God is always with us, and I really felt His presence. And just thinking back from the beginning of our meetings to like all the preparation that was put in, all the hard work from every member. We clashed at times because a lot of people just different mindsets, but in the end, truly God just held us all together and kept us close and made it possible for us to just do work for Him. And so before that, just thinking back, oh, God was really with us at that time. But actually during Dominica as well too, like when we're physically there, physically dancing, praising, evangelizing to people. That's one time again I really felt God's presence because it's so hot, so tiring. But even though we found strength in Jesus, Jesus truly just like held our hand and just led us the way. So it was like, oh wow, like God is really here. God is really alive. It's another, I think, just it was just another way for us to experience God's love again and just experience Him fully. We were able to feel His presence, feel His love, and feel His strength. So we got like all parts of Jesus. So it was wonderful. But one thing that I personally learned this year is that Shin Moksanim, the missionary pastor in Dominica currently, who we helped serve, he taught taught about like missionary work, and he made it very clear that missionary work is not some place that you go for a time being and temporarily you just serve Jesus. It's more than that. And missionary work can be done anywhere. So he was encouraging us in our respective lives when we go back home or go to our work, go to our school, just anywhere that we are, just to constantly live like a missionary. So I'm really hoping to challenge myself. And so in the future in Dayton, at my school, at my work, I really hope that I'll be able to live like a missionary. And what I mean by that is not just like doing hard labor work or just not like serving people, but more importantly, just spreading God's gospel, spreading the good news of Jesus. So I hope that I can be able to, live like a missionary. And lastly, I would like to just thank God for actually allowing us to go and serve His people, because we're so unworthy, we're so undeserving, but still God chose us, chose every one of our team members, and He made this team so perfectly and so beautifully together to be able to do His work, to glorify His kingdom. So like Moksanim and like the Shin Moksanim already told us before, and I'm sure you all are aware, but being a Christian is not easy. The road is very rocky, very hard, very difficult, has a lot of turns and twists, but it's not impossible. And it's like so worth it. Yeah. We love God, and it's hard to get to Him, but we can all hold our hands and run this race together. So it's good to know that people love Jesus, like especially people who are surrounding you, because it kind of makes it a little bit more easier to know that you're not alone in this. We can all walk to Christ together. And so it's just, I don't know, every year, if I'm physically able to go to missions, like just regardless of where I'm at, like if I'm here in Dayton or anywhere that my future holds, I hope that I'll be able to continue to go out into the mission field and just to be able to do work and let God use me. So I'm just so thankful to God, to our church, and just to my team members. So thank you.
Hola, 안녕하세요. Hello, my name is Priscilla Yoon, and this is my 4th time attending missions to the Dominican Republic. Once again, as always, I feel extremely blessed and thankful that God has sent me to the land to do His mission work and just to truly serve Him. One thing that I really received from this mission trip is to glorify God's name, even if it means everyone's staring at you, everyone's doing other things, and you're the only person really lifting up His name. And I received that specifically from like every church we evangelize to. So we went to several churches and just evangelized. We just did dances and we showed the skit. And at each church, like, there'd just be like either like a group of kids or just like one person who would praise God and other people just staring at us. And at first I felt a little discouraged with like no reaction, but I knew like deep down that I was doing it for God, and I don't have to have a whole team to praise with me in order for myself to connect with God. So when I saw that one child praising God with everyone else just staring at him and staring at us, like not knowing what was going on, that really encouraged me to just like bring that like light into like the like it was like a light in the darkness, I guess. That's like a good way to put it in my head. Like that's how I see it. So like wherever I go, I can be that light in other people's darkness, and that light shining through me will truly like show Jesus working through me. And one thing that we learned as a group, Shimoksanim, so the missionary there, he always gives us a sermon toward the end of the trip, and he talked about your dream. I had a lot of 고민 about my dream because I did find my dream at Dominican Republic, and my dream is to really be a teacher to young kids and the younger generations so that we can all rise up as leaders for Christ, and also to deal with youth ministries. So I do wish to become one day a teacher for little kids, and also a youth ministry, like something dealing with youth ministries inside the church, because I think God has like called me to do that. And one thing that has gotten in my way to like go further for that dream is money. And Shimoksanim, he really encouraged us to like, if we have that one like specific dream that we want to hold on to and that we want to achieve, and that dream is like that glorifies God's name, and that vision is truly given from God, the path to take it, we should not let money, friends, or family hinder us, and that we should just go for it. Keep going, because God will truly provide everything we need to accomplish whatever we need. So just really gaining something from the mission trip and gaining something from the sermon given there was a true blessing. I know one day that I want to go back to the land and build schools and just build a huge family with my sisters and brothers through Christ to learn more about His name. And to do so, I want to gain or build skills through my like teaching career. And so one day I can really build like a church and school. We learned as a group, Shimoksanim, so the missionary there, he always gives us a sermon toward the end of the trip, and he talked about your dream. I had a lot of 고민 about my dream because I did find my dream at Dominican Republic, and my dream is to really be a teacher to young kids and the younger generations so that we can all rise up as leaders for Christ, and also to deal with youth ministries. So I do wish to become one day a teacher for little kids, and also a youth ministry, like something dealing with youth ministries inside the church, because I think God has like called me to do that. And one thing that has gotten in my way to like go further for that dream is money. And Shimoksanim, he really encouraged us to like, if we have that one like specific dream that we want to hold on to and that we want to achieve, and that dream is like that glorifies God's name, and that vision is truly given from God, the path to take it, we should not let money, friends, or family hinder us, and that we should just go for it. Keep going, because God will truly provide everything we need to accomplish whatever we need. So just really gaining something from the mission trip and gaining something from the sermon given there was a true blessing. I know one day that I want to go back to the land and build schools and just build a huge family with my sisters and brothers through Christ to learn more about His name, and to do so, I want to gain or build skills through my teaching career, and so one day I can really build a church and schools for the kids in Dominica, specifically for Dominica, but wherever God takes me, wherever I go. One last thing I learned is I also learned this from Jajan, but I really felt this during our mission trip. Wherever God sends us is our mission field. So we are missionaries. You don't have to be a missionary as in you go on a mission trip and do all this evangelizing, but you can go anywhere and be a missionary. So I'm really gonna take that in mind because I felt that during the mission trip, and as I get prepared to go to college, I really want to view my college as a mission field and be a missionary to my friends and my environment and everyone who surrounds me. So I do feel so blessed to I was able to go back to connect with the land and the people, and I'm so excited for the years to come, either going to Dominican Republic, Africa, wherever God sends me. I just feel so excited and blessed, and yeah, so thank you, thank God, thank the kids in Dominican Republic and Haiti.